Yo. Yo. What's the vibes? What's the vibes, y'all? Why this shit looks so fucking blurry? It's my second time going live now. But listen, I gotta what's good, Sour Hour Podcast. Peace, King. Listen, I gotta talk about this Buckshot shit again. I don't like the way that last video came out. But listen, I am trying to understand why Dynasty Media salute. I'm trying to understand why that man got beat up so bad. Can somebody comment? Because now I know how to get my comments in the chat and all of that. What's good, Mark? What I'm trying to understand is why did that man get beat up so bad? Help me understand that. Why? How does a person who is considered a legend, go to his hometown in Brooklyn, in Flatbush, and get beat the fuck up like that? How does that happen? Because he probably told someone, you know who I am. That's what I said earlier. You can't do that around these young boys anywhere. Atlanta, New York, Cali, Houston. You don't do that. You don't do that. So what I know from my street ties and being in the street, one of the things I don't do is go to other niggas' hoods or go even to my old hood, whether it's Gowanus, Red Hook, or whatever, and tell niggas, yo, you know who I am. I don't do that. That's the worst mistake you could fucking make. Is to go there and be like, yo, y'all niggas know who I am. Like, what? Nah, OG, we don't know who you are. Just that they give you respect by calling you OG. All right. Nah, OG, we don't know who you are. Nigga, listen, and don't keep going with it. Now, like I said before, I seen him on Math platform, and I've met him a few times in Brooklyn. When I seen him on Math platform, I was like, he's a little aggressive. I can see he's a little aggressive, even talking to Math and trying to break down numbers and marketing and all of that shit to them niggas. But listen, when I met him in person, it was last summer. Yeah, it was last summer. I met him, Mad Lion, Tech and Steel was out there. They had this big like free concert out in Brooklyn on Fulton Street, and I was backstage with them, and he was a little aggressive with some individuals, just in talking to them, and I'm like, that's kind of funny, but whatever. I don't know the nigga like that. It is what it is. So to see this come out and to see him crawling on the floor, face beat up like Tommy Hearns in the Martin Lawrence show, I was kind of like, I was kind of disappointed, man. I'm like, I know the first of all, the young boys or whoever did that, you should be ashamed of yourself because this nigga's only like 5'4". So if it was an issue like that and y'all needed to square up, then one person should just square it up with him. Find somebody on the block that's 5'4", 5'5", 5'6" the most, and say, yo, y'all gonna shoot the fair one since you coming over here talking all that jazz. If that's the case. Nobody knows if that's the case. Buckshot's not saying nothing. He's going viral with him being looking crazy on the street. Now the other thing is, yeah, other person took whatever really happened. Really personal. He got right crazy. Yeah, I seen that dynasty. So now the other thing is like, besides like fucking with niggas from your hood, pride and ego. Like, could it be? But I'm just running through options here. And again, y'all let me know if I'm reaching too much or what y'all think. The other thing is like, boot camp click used to roll heavy back in the days in the 90s. I've seen them niggas when I was younger in high school at Albee Square Mall, Flatbush, Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, Do or Die, all of that, right? Them niggas rolled deep like Wu-Tang at that time. So now, did you do something to somebody? Did you do something to one of these niggas' uncles or fucking dads or cousins or some shit back in the days? And niggas say, yeah, that's that nigga Buckshot. That nigga fucking cut me back in the days or whatever because he was wild. Because he was wild. And niggas say, yo, all right, yo, put hands and feet on him. Could it have been that? I don't know. I think overall it's the way Buck approaches people. I think he probably went on the block, was like, yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Niggas is like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga? He could have been going to visit somebody that, a family member or whatever that lived there. Who knows? And niggas was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Oh shit, my lasagna's done. You baby. Hold on a second. My lasagna is done. Ah. So my thing is that he could have what was I saying? God damn, that's crazy. I'm so hungry. My thing is that he could have been like, yo, went over there to see a family member, whatever the case may be, and they not knowing the family member, the niggas on the block or whatever, not knowing that this is Buckshot, he got family there, and he pulling up, there's probably niggas around the building, Pooh Shiesty doing what they do. And niggas is like, yo, what up? He like, yo, what up? Y'all know who I am? Niggas is like, nah, we don't know who the fuck you is, fam. Get the fuck out, be there, OG. You coming to buy some of this, you coming to get some of this Zop? You coming to get some of this cocaine? You coming to get some of this cocaine? He like, nah, man, I'm coming to visit fam. Like, y'all niggas is bugging. Y'all don't know who I am? They was like, what? You know who you are? Boop, boop. Beat it. I'm just saying. I wish him all the love and healing and everything that he needs. But this is shit that be happening. And this is what niggas is not talking about online. Everybody's talking about, oh, we wish you well, and I wish him well too. But my nigga, what is the reason that you get beat the fuck up like that? There's so much shit I done did to people back in the days and shit like that. And that shit never happened with me. Niggas ain't never beat my ass like that. That's the crazy shit. Niggas ain't never beat my ass like that. So now I'm curious. Like, let us know what the deal is, bro. You see, y'all want to see what this lasagna looking like, though? Like, I'm kind of hungry. That's another thing motherfuckers don't know I do. Like, I'm Chef Curry with the pot, boy. I'm Chef Curry with the pot. You understand? Like, I does this. Ooh, baby. Oh, yes. That's the way, I like it. That's the way. Take this foil off. But yeah, y'all, I mean, what do y'all think again? I asked, if you get beat up like that, you had to do something wild to the other. Yeah, I agree with that, Mark. You had to do something wild. I mean, even with all this internet shit, y'all see niggas running around the internet talking wild shit, talking crazy. Like every so often a nigga get hands put on them, like one of them big Twitch trending motherfuckers, because they talking shit, they talk about dead niggas, ops, and all of this crazy shit. And niggas will see him in traffic and they'll pull up on him, but it ain't never been to a point where a nigga get beat up so bad he crawling around on the floor talking about, I'm hungry. It's crazy. I'm sorry, but it's crazy. Like, Brooklyn just took a L with that, yo. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. Yo. I'm the champ. I gotta say it. These things work. But Brooklyn just took an L on that note. I'm so sorry that happened to you, bro. Like, it's crazy. This is the wildest live you got us in your kitchen for real. Yeah, nah, we keeping it all the way authentic, homie. You heard? Shop We keeping it all the way authentic. I'm in the kitchen. I'm unraveling my lasagna. You understand what I'm saying? I'll let y'all check this thing on out. This is just one of my kitchens. This ain't the only kitchen. Oh fuck! Some of it caught onto the foil, and I sprayed the spray on it. Come on, man! I sprayed. Look, I sprayed this shit on the foil so it don't stick to the cheese, and the shit ain't fucking. The shit still stuck, man. It ain't too crazy though. It ain't too crazy though. We good. Ooh, baby. You know what I mean? But it's just wild. I just feel like it's wild. I mean, listen, I've been in situations, right, where I've gotten hurt by accident. Literally. Where I've gotten hurt by accident, yo. I'm talking about, I'm in the jail. I'm in Elmira, 2002, right? I'm in the Elmira Correctional Facility, right? I'm not gang banging, none of that, right? So anyway, I'm in G Block. Anybody that know about Elmira know about G Block, right? G Block is a big ass block. It's like the biggest block in the jail. It's opposing cells and tiers, right? So I come out. I'm in a double bunk cell. I'm with this dude named Shorts from Syracuse, right? He wound up being a bitch ass nigga, but that's another story. I'm gonna tell you about that. So throw this away. So now let me get my Casamigo real quick. Hold on, y'all know about this? Ooh, baby, Casamigo mezcal. So anyway, I'm in my crib chilling. I can do what I want. So they call chow, right? On the chow, boom, they lock all the cells out. Now, at this time, the Nietas and the Bloods were at war. They were going to war with each other, right? So I'm minding my business. I don't get into none of that. I'm like maybe 21, 22 at the time. I know what's going on. A lot of the big homies from my hood, from Red Hook, Gowanus, they all in the jail, spread throughout. I stay to myself. I just work out and that's it. So anyway, I'm at the front of the tier, right? Which is really the front of the tier. I was in the first cell. If anybody ever been behind the wall, you know that the first two cells on each tier is a double bunk cell, right? And when I was behind the wall, I would get a double bunk cell. You get a free TV at that time, free color TV. So now I'm in the joint. They call chow. Oh, the chow. We step out ourselves. Then the police direct you. I move to the back of the tier, go down the steps. So boom, we start walking. I noticed there's a nigga standing in the doorway of his cell door, Spanish nigga. You know how you don't get shit till after the fact. He's standing in front of his door cell, but he ain't walking out. He just waiting for everybody to pass. So I'm looking. I'm like, all right, whatever. Keep it moving, but he got like ace bandages wrapped around his wrists. Like he looked like he about to go do something, right? But I didn't figure that out in the moment. So now we get to the steps, walking down the steps. My bunkie is walking in front of me, right? As we walking down the steps, a big Spanish nigga named Chino grabs me from behind, pause. Boom, grabs me, right? Like this, bear hug. The Spanish nigga I seen standing in his doorway of his cell, he runs in front of me, turns around, and he hit me right here in my chest. That's what this is, the keloided, right? Nigga stabs me in my chest. So I don't know if any of y'all been through a traumatic experience, but for me, that was the first time I got stabbed. So when he hit me, I I blacked out. Not blacked out, like reacted. I blacked out, meaning my eyesight went. I couldn't hear nothing. I kind of like passed out, basically. So I don't know how long it was, second-wise or whatever, minute-wise. It was very short because I came to, and when I came to and I realized what was going on, I went crazy. So now, remember, I'm like this. See, got me in a bear hug. I'm bleeding out my chest, right? I didn't realize I was bleeding out my chest till after the fact. But I'm like this, in a bear hug, pause. My hands are like this. I pull my hand back and I grab this nigga nuts. This nigga was way bigger than me. Grab this nigga nuts and I twist. Grab this nigga nuts and I twist. Boom. So wait, hold on. What you said? Happened to me before, not stabbed though. Oh, so I grabbed this nigga nuts, boom, twisted. The nigga yells and lets me go. Ah, big Spanish nigga. Now the Spanish nigga in front of me that stabbed me, he like, yo, what's up? Yeah, what's up, nigga? What's up, nigga? I start chasing. The nigga ran. The nigga start running. Mind you, throughout this whole deal, my bunkie was just having a conversation with me and myself, talking about, yo, you my nigga, bro. Like, anything ever happen, I got you. I'm gonna hold you down. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. You know, it is what it is. And that shit showed improved right then and there. That's how the universe works. So I chase this nigga down the steps. We get down like 2 landings, like 5 steps of landing, 5 steps of landing. I jump on this nigga, boom, start wilding, boom, boom, slam this nigga head off against the floor, stupid. Just had my way with this nigga, you heard? Wound up putting him out, cold. And I had to go to at that time. Well, it's still, I think they still do it at this time. They cuffed me, right? They took me out, and they took me to something called IPC. They took me to the clinic first, and they said, yo, you got wounds. I had a wound here. I got stabbed here. I didn't even know that. I guess I went like this to try to block it. He called me here, and then he called me in my chest. So they took me to the clinic. They was like, yo, we got to put you in involuntary protective custody. Involuntary is different from protective custody. Involuntary protective custody mean the police is putting you there because they feel like someone is threatening your life, not you signing up to go in. Just keeping it all the way real. So I go from the clinic and I go to involuntary protective custody. I go in the joint and I got to sit there. I sat there for like maybe 2 months because I had to wait to do a hearing. Now, in that hearing, they ask you what happened, this, that, and the third. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I got stabbed and I blacked out. I don't know what happened. So essentially, they put me on what they call keep lock. So I was on keep lock and I block for 90 days, right? And when I tell you, when I got off of keep lock, that shit opened up the floodgates of violence for me. There was other violent situations that happened in the past, really wasn't too crazy. You cut a nigga or whatever, you get into a one-on-one shit with the police or whatever. But that shit, I never been stabbed. So when I got stabbed, it turned me into a whole different animal. I'm in the shack, working out all crazy. And when I come out, niggas gave me the joint, and I started lighting shit up. So I'm saying all that to say, right? I know I just spun the block all stupid. I'm saying all that to say, sometimes shit can happen accidentally, right? Who knows? Like I said, Buckshot ain't say nothing. We don't know what's going on. But sometimes shit happen accidentally. He could have looked like a nigga. And the reason I'm telling y'all the story is because niggas thought I was blood in the jail. When I was in Elmira, the Spanish niggas thought I was blood because I had a red t-shirt on. So anybody who had red on or whatever the case may be, they was coming for them. The fuck is my phone at? They was coming for them niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So me, once I learned that, I was like, yo, I'm falling back from everything, like keeping certain company and all of that. Like I used to be in the yard around the homies. I used to be in the yard around the guard bodies, around the Muslims, chopping it up, chilling or whatever, working out with some of these fellas. But that shit got me stabbed, hanging around these niggas. So I'm just saying, I don't know if Buckshot may have looked like somebody that they knew, or somebody that niggas was beefing with that had the same kind of look, 5'4", hoodie, jeans, I don't know. And niggas went in and stalled off on them. That could be the case too. I hope it's not. Because I don't know, man. This shit is a sad day in hip hop, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Sad fucking day. But this is my lasagna though. This shit is a hit. It's hit boy, hit boy, hit boy. Y'all see that shit, boy? Ooh. Yeah, your boy Chef Curry with the pot as well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even take my shot yet. Y'all got me running my mouth on this motherfucker. Yo, I'm thinking about doing this shit more. I need to know what y'all think. Going live on YouTube. instead of Instagram all the time. Oh, baby. Let me put this back in here. Turn this shit down. I'm thinking about doing this more often. What happened to bunkies? You know what happened to bunkies? I just never did it. I ain't gonna hold you. I started getting busy doing other shit. But I got mad. Yo, I could stay up on this fucking live shit all night and tell y'all stories. I'm gonna break them shits down. It's like what I was doing with I don't know if y'all seen it on my YouTube, the On the Count. You know, in prison, that's what they say. That's how they wake you up. On the count. You know, I did part 1, part 2 coming out tomorrow for On the Count. Everything is threaded. Just know that. I'm a chronological thinking nigga. So everything that I'm doing, you two, oh man, I don't know if that's a man or a woman to say your name, but I'll say LGE. Okay, because I don't know if you're a man or a woman, and I'm not trying to say that name. But yeah, shout out to you. Oh, what happened to my bunkie that said he had my back? Oh, niggas beat him the fuck up. Brooklyn niggas beat him the fuck up, and that shit wound up turning into some New York versus Syracuse shit. You heard? That's what wound up happening. I mean, I didn't get a chance to put hands on him, and I wanted to badly because it's like, nigga, you just ran on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what's happening, you're supposed to be there. And at that time, like, I was kind of Aki. I wasn't all the way there. Like, I'm 21, 22. I'm in the shack. But my bunkie was fucking, this nigga was like this tall. He was a short nigga, but he was mad brolic. And I seen him put hands and feet on niggas. So, you know, but it is what it is. But he got beat the fuck up when I wound up going to Key Block. But that's the thing, man. Like I was saying, I'm thinking about doing this shit more. I got a lot of stories. Like whether there's stories with entertainment people, whether it's prison stories. The prison shit that I've been through is fucking crazy. I've been through some crazy shit. And I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat nothing. Like these niggas be online, and I'm not shooting at nobody. But some of these niggas that been in jail be on this fucking YouTube shit capping. Acting like they wasn't scared, acting like they wasn't fearing for their life in certain instances. I went through that whole process until I became even tougher. I went through that. I went through that shit. It's not like I walked in jail tough. That did not happen. I didn't wake up, start committing crimes, and then went to jail and was like, yeah, I'm the toughest nigga outside. Nah, man. Nah. That's a fucking lie. That's cap. I'm back to the Casamigo. Mescal. That's cap. I gotta understand something. Prison changed you. Prison changes you as a man. You gotta understand. I grew up, right? I grew up in a very, very decent home upbringing. Pops wasn't there. Same traditional black story. My pops wasn't around. My mom was there. My grandmother was there. My aunts was there. No real male figures in the home, right? And you don't realize how that affects you until later on in life. You don't realize that no male figure raising another male in your life makes you more partial and more understanding to women, right? Which is fine. But sometimes you start taking on those traits. And I'm not talking about being gay and stuff like that. And no disrespect to them. But you start becoming more sympathetic to things, more empathetic, instead of having a tough exterior when it needs to be tough, when you need to be tough. And a lot of times I went through a lot of shit to where my aunt is the one that made me tough prior to me going to prison. She's the one that was like, yo, you're gonna go. If something happened in school, in elementary school, junior high school, All right, you're gonna fight them after school, or I'm gonna beat your ass. It was my aunt that was doing that. Unfortunately, my mom's was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? My mom's didn't raise me. It was mostly my mom's raised me, I say, for about maybe a solid 4 or 5 years. It was my grandmother that took custody of me and all my siblings, and she raised me, and she always had her shit together. So my mom, not really being present like that, it was my grandmother. My grandmother ruled with a fucking iron fist. I'm talking about she's a Jehovah's Witness. She still is to this day. You know what I'm saying? And she's still alive. But she ran things with an iron fist. Now, for some reason, my grandmother was very partial to me, right? Like all the girls, she would be like very strict with and hard on, pause. But with me, she was very partial. I guess because I was the boy, I was my mother's first child. She took custody of me or whatever. And she may have felt sorry for me. From what I was told, when I was born, I had the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck and I was choking myself. I guess I didn't want to come into this world. You know what I'm saying? My mom was 15 years old when she had me. She had to have a C-section because I wasn't trying to come out the pussy. Okay. I was like, I want to stay in here. It's warm. I heard it's a cold world out there and I don't want to be a part of it. But I was still born. You know what I'm saying? And my mom went through a lot of crazy shit. She's straightened herself up now and she's a very devout Jehovah's Witness and she's living well, but she went through it. You know what I'm saying? And my pops, let me talk about my pops for a second, right? My father, he's still living as well. Shout out to him, Thomas Baker. But we don't really fuck with each other like that. Like I didn't meet my father till I was like 30. I'm 40 something now. I met my pops at 30 something after my third bid. Okay, I did 6 years from when was it? From 2007 to 2012. Yeah, 2012, 2013. I was in the box. I told this story on a podcast before. I was in the box. I was serving 2 years in solitary confinement. I'll tell y'all about that another time. But I was serving uh 2 years in solitary confinement, and I got to a point where I felt like I wanted to off myself. Not gonna lie. I got to a point during that time, I'm like, damn, I'm sitting here for 2 years. It's the same thing every day. Um, it's but so much reading, so much writing, so much working out, so much meditation that you can do. And you get to a point sometimes where you're like, I don't want to be here, and I actually got on my knees crying and I prayed to God and asked for a sign. Like, if I'm supposed to be here and I have a purpose, show me that you exist. Right. And that same day, like I set everything up. I had the sheets together. That was like a noose hanging off of the vent inside of my cell and all that. And I was gonna wait till after the count, which was about like 3, 4 o'clock after chow, and I was gonna off myself. So chow came. I was about to, handle my scandal, and the police, the COs came by with mail. They did a mail call, and they dropped a letter that was a fucking envelope that was like this thick in my cell. Boo, what the fuck is this? Open this shit. It's my dad. Never heard from I mean, excuse me, I heard from my father one time in my life when I was like 7, 8 years old. Where he promised me something and never showed up for it. And that's when I really started wilding and delving into the streets. But I get this thick ass letter from my dad, and I was like, oh shit. And I opened it. It was like 20, 25 pages long, and I read the shit like multiple times. Like I stayed up all night. I kept reading it. I'm writing notes, and because I'm gonna hit him back. But that was the sign from God that, like, yo, nah, I'm not done with you yet. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I would do that chant 100. Shout out to you. I would do that. Um, So I read it and I was like, all right, this is a sign from God. Let me tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my shit together. And I just tapped all the way in. Now, that's not to say like that happened. That don't mean me and my father got the greatest relationship, because I wound up finding out that I may have been. I'm not saying that this is true. I don't know yet. And a part of me really doesn't want to know. You know, I'm really expressing myself to y'all right now. I don't do this, but a part of me doesn't want to know this, but I was told by my mother that I'm basically a child of rape. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad supposedly raped my mom's, like, and that's how she got pregnant. So it's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like I don't know how to feel about that. Like I'm not saying my mother is lying. She don't fuck with my dad at all. She ain't fuck with him after she got pregnant. Like, but a part of me is like, damn, is that true? And I asked my dad what happened, and he told me this long, elaborate story that could be true. But then a part of me is like, well, what if my mother ain't Calvin? What if this is what it is? Like my mom's was 15. Listen, my mom's had me when she was 15 years old. That means that she might have been 14 when she got pregnant. Right? So, my mom's told me this whole story. I'm gonna share that for another time. Um, of how everything went down. My mom's is 100% raw. She has no filter. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's a Jehovah's Witness and she don't curse and all of that, but she does tell the truth. She's always been in line with the truth. So, but a part of me is like I don't want to believe that shit, because like how do you feel about something like that, right? How do you feel about you possibly being a child of rape? Like that's crazy. It's like, damn, is that why I was choking myself with the umbilical cord? Is that why? I don't know. But it's a lot, man. It's a lot of deep shit. And I'm gonna end this now because I'm hungry and I want to eat my fucking lasagna. Okay. But I'm going to do this more often. I know I say it a lot, yo. I'm going to do this. But this, I like this. I love the fact that y'all all popped out. Please make sure all 9 of y'all in here. I don't care how many little people are in here. Not little people, but the less amount of people. It's fine. You have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Mark, salute. But everybody like, subscribe, comment, help me get my numbers up on on my YouTube page. I'm gonna continue to tell y'all these stories. My life is a fucking movie, or was a movie, and it's still, being filmed. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all all have a great night. Shout out to Buckshot, Boot Camp Click, and everybody. Buckshot, get well. But we still need to know what the fuck is going on, my brother. That don't make no goddamn sense. All right? But we appreciate what you've done for the culture and everything like that. But we need to know what the hell's going on, man, so we can get to the bottom of this, man. And rest in peace, Quincy Jones, man. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. We love you. We miss you. We appreciate everything you have done for the culture. Shout out to him. May he rest in peace and his family. Salute. Champion Style TV. Like, share, subscribe. Fuck with your boy, you heard?